mine, not mine. Your plans, not mine. I'm yours, not mine. You are, I am, I'm not. You are, I am, I'm not. 'Cause your way is better than mine. Yes, your ways are better than mine.
So guys, I'm back, and I just want to share something with you that's been striking me. I've been thinking over a lot of different things, and like any of us, we think about where we're heading, where we're going, what's our future looking like, and we might try and balance that with a little bit of where are we coming from, right? You know, in order, listen, if any of us are going on a trip, we think about where we're leaving from and where we're heading to. And that's how we are, even in our spiritual journey, is we want to know where I was and where I'm going. And when I think about that, it strikes me where I was and where I will be, and currently where I'm at. You know, midway on the journey, we can stop along the way, stop on the turnpike, and we will know that we are there. I am halfway there. I am quarter of the way there. I'm 3/4 of the way there. And if you have kids, what are they saying? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And most times we're going, no, please be quiet. We'll get there. We will be there. We're not where we were. We've left home, but we will be going someplace else. So I was thinking about this, and it woke me up in the middle of the night. I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden, like, I get woken up. And typically what happens, there's I don't know why, but God usually talks to me in three different places. One is my car, one is in the shower, and one is in bed. Usually everything is like, you know, God's just going, I have your undivided attention, you know? And so he struck me with this. I'm saying, like, I'm thinking about where I have been in the past and where I'm going in the future, and questioning God about some different things that are going on currently in our lives. And God just goes, I am. Like, God, why are you telling me that you are I am? And God goes, because you need to know that I am. I am not was. I am not will be. I am who I am. And that's who I am. Sounds a little bit like Popeye, right? I am what I am, what I am. But no, I mean, God is I am. Now, we are people of a past. We are people of a future. The Bible tells us that God has plans for us. There's a lot of different scriptures in the Bible that talk about God having plans for us. Plans that not harm us, but to do us good, for us to prosper. The Bible tells us don't go with your own plans. God has a plan. Let God direct your path. We also have where, you know, God is saying that he is the master and we are his masterpiece, and he is building us for his purpose. So we see all these different things. Even the scripture I shared the other week, where it says all things work together for the good to those who love God and are called according to his what? Purpose, right? And so God just goes, I am. Okay, what's that mean? And God goes, I need you to understand that I am in your past. I am in your future. I am already all over it. God has that plan, and that plan is always for me to be going from where I was to where I'm going to be going. But for God, he's always I am. He is always there. He is exactly in that. We can't wrap our head around time and space with God. You know, God's timing is not our timing. God's planning is not our planning. We can't even comprehend how God can take something and go, in order for that, let's go this way, that to happen, I need all this to happen. And I am there, and I'm already there too. I am anywhere. That gives me a comfort because I have to realize that God is, I am. Wherever I am thinking about God, He always is, I am. Back in the past where I was, I am. In a future that I have no clue about, God's already there. I am. He is the great I am. I love it because even Christ talks about, when we're talking about salvation, what's He say? I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. I am. And we see other verses in Scripture where we hear those words, I am. I am. I am who you say I am. You know, are you God? Jesus, are you God? I am who you say I am. And God Himself, when He just says it, He says it to Moses. Moses. And Moses goes, who do I tell the people? Who do I tell the people sent me? Tell them, I am. I am. I'm sure Moses goes, I am. I am. Explain that to me, God. And God goes, I am who I am. I am who I am. Wow. It reminded me of another thing where we're in the book of Job, where Job's having all these things going wrong from him. And his friends are going, listen, just curse God and die already, would you? And so Job decides to have this conversation with God. And he says, God, blah, blah, blah. And he's like complaining, God this, God that. And God goes, wait a second, Job. Where were you when And he starts listing things. It's a long, long portion of Scripture where God decides to confront Job with like almost the world's history. And He's going, this is where I was. Where were you, Job? Where were you when this? And we follow that whole narrative that God's giving. And He's going, I am. I was there. I am that God. I am the God that I am the God. I am the God of was. I am the God of will be. I am the God of I am. I am who I am. You cannot define me with space. You cannot define me with time frames. Now, we are finite people. We had a creation and we have been created to have a length of life. But God was there when we were born. And God will be there when we're done. God has been for all eternity past and eternity future. Why? Because He is. I am. He just is. So think about the comfort you can get from that is when you're sitting there going, God, where were you when I was? And God, where will you be when I am doing this? And God's just going to say, I am. Listen, you silly person. I am who I am. I am there. Always. I don't leave you. I will never leave you nor forsake you because I am. Guys, find some comfort in knowing that God is the God of I am. He is not the God of I was. He's not the God of your was. He's not the God of just the future. He's not just the God of your future. He is I am. He is I am across the board. He is I am. I am who I am. And He can be who He is to you today. All you have to do is trust Him. Trust Him and say, God, I am leaning all my understanding on you. I don't get it. I don't completely understand it. We have scripture after scripture that tells us to not lean on our own understanding, that God will direct our path. We see that God has a plan for our future and not to harm us. We see that God has a plan for our purpose to be used for Him. God's thought it all out. Why? Because He always has been, always is, and always will be. He's just simply, I am. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. When you think about that, when you think about God, come on, think about it. Just know and say, God, I thank you that you are who you say you are, that you are, I am. All right, guys, see you later.
Your ways, not mine. Your timing, not mine. Your plans, not mine.